So I'm going to talk to you guys about the divorce here. We finally decided on Friday to go to the courthouse and finally get our divorce. It's been about 3.5, 4 months, and we got the paperwork done, and we went over there. And first off, that morning, nonstop in my head was Snow Patrol Chasing Cars. That was our song from Grey's Anatomy. And so nonstop, the night before and that morning, I had it in my head. The other thing I thought was really weird is every day I would leave and I would say, Lord, please look after Barbara, keep her safe and healthy. Every day I did that. And then for those 3.5 to 4 months, I stopped saying it. She wasn't here. For some reason, Friday morning, I said it. It was like she was here. It was so weird. I get to work and I start crying. I cried. It hit me so hard that my nose started to bleed. Like my nose blew up. Like, I had it on my uniform. So I was just in a bad place because, you know, if you followed this, I did not want a divorce. I wanted us to try to fix it. She wanted the divorce, and I loved her enough to say, okay, you know, this is what you want. We're not going to BS around. So we get to the courthouse at 8:30, and we sat there and we just started talking, just shooting the shit. And we were laughing and just talking about goofy stuff. And I made the joke, well, you know, the judge doesn't really have to okay this divorce, you know? So they call our names, we get in there, and I don't know if my shoes were still wet from being outside in a puddle or something, I don't know. But when I got in there, I lost my footing from my shoe. And so I went to catch myself, put my hand on the bench, because there's the judge, and then right there is the bench. I put my hand up there just for a quick second. And she said, first off, you will remove your arm from my bench. And in my head, I'm thinking, did you not just see me almost fall? It wasn't like I purposely, like being lazy, put my damn arm up there. And so she goes, second of all, where's the rest of the paperwork? And Barbara's like, Your Honor, this is all we had. That's all they told us to bring, which is the truth. That's all they told us to bring was this piece of paper for the judge to sign, because we had already turned all of our other paperwork in. Well, I guess we missed some other paperwork. They didn't tell us. One of them was like a monetary affidavit. Yeah, I'm like, why? I'm everything's in my name. I'm not asking for her. I'm not asking, you know, for any kind of money from her. She's not asking me for my retirement or anything like that. We're not asking for alimony or anything like that. Why, you know? The judge was very, very rude. And she told us, she's like, just like I tell my attorneys, if they're not prepared, go home and get prepared, or something to that effect. And so she looked at us. She's like, you're not getting a divorce today. I did not want this divorce, but I felt so bad for Barbara, the look on her face, because it's one of those things. It's like, you know, why do you got to be a bitch when you have two people who once loved each other, who realize they need to separate or divorce, and you have to be rude? Why be rude to those people? And then, I'm not just talking about us, just in general. It's like, why? You know, it's already hard enough. And then you have a judge that has an attitude. So we leave, or, you know, we walk out, and I see the tears building up in her eyes. And I told her, I said, Barbara, this is not your fault. This is not my fault. This is the court's fault. They didn't tell us the correct thing to bring. And she was pissed. And I think, you know, for the first time, it was like, I knew how bad she wanted this divorce because I could see it in her face. And that was the first time in almost 4 months. When she asked me for the divorce, I didn't see it. Then yesterday, I saw it. So man, I was just like, you know, why do they got to make it so hard? So we're going to go again. I got to look up the papers here and print them out tomorrow. But it was nuts how you got to be so difficult to these couples. One of the last concerts that Barbara and I went to was Bruno Mars and Coldplay. And I know when Barbara asked me for the divorce, I could not listen to Coldplay without bawling my eyes out. Seriously. The Scientist was playing in the background. You might hear it. It's like one of the most perfect songs for a breakup or a separation. So anyways, after yesterday, like today, it was playing nonstop in my head, and it didn't bother me. I smiled, actually. Like I'm listening to it right now, and I'm smiling. A friend of mine told me, she was like, you know, when you get divorced, if it's a mutual thing, or if you don't hate each other, she's like, you're going to remember the good things. The memories are going to be of the good times. And that's what it is. It was a good time that we had at Soldier Field in Chicago of seeing Coldplay. And today, I can listen to it and I'm fine. And she told me, because I talked to her about it, and she's like, Robert, it means you're falling out of love. And it kind of hit me. That part kind of hit me. But maybe she's right. But anyways, so that's the story of what happened yesterday for the divorce that didn't happen because the judge had to stick up her ass. Or I shouldn't even say that. Technicalities are technicalities, but just the rudeness that we had to go through. Again, it's not, people go. A divorce is not an easy thing. It's a lot of emotions, especially when there's kids involved. And for this judge to just be so rude, it was like professionalism at its worst. So, yeah, that's my story about the shitty ass divorce we didn't get.